Welcome to Washington East to West Sports, episode 136. I am Matt Beatty, joined alongside, as usual, by Sean Beatty and Kevin Ardall. If you want to get involved in the show, go ahead and blue sky at us. I am at Mass B. Sean is Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is at Emerald Bowler. On X, these two. Sean is Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is C to Believe, SEA to Believe. Subscribe to us on YouTube and let us know what you think of the topics we talk about in the comments below. We're going to get to some football, but we're going to start with European football. I'm not sure if anyone else had the chance to watch the Seattle Sounders win another trophy. That's right, they won 3-0 over Inter Miami for the League's Cup title. That puts them into the CONCACAF tournament next year, an automatic bye in the round of 16. They won 3-0, and it was absolutely beautiful. Um, my fiance and I were in Seattle for a concert, and while we were at intermission, there was a bunch of Inter Miami fans like right outside the hall crowding around a bus. So I assume that must have been Inter Miami bus, and maybe Messi was like signing things for fans. I don't know, but we got back and I caught the second half, caught Roldan's PK, and then the basically game sealing goal, the 3-0 win. So Suarez sucks. Sean, were you able to watch? Any thoughts on the Sounders?
I watched the whole game. Only in Spanish though, only channel I could get. So I watched it all in Spanish with no subtitles. So I mean, I knew what happened. I knew who the players were because that part, they're like they say rolled on. I'm like, blah, 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 rolled on. I was like, oh, okay, he's got the ball. Okay. But so I no commentators, which actually wasn't the worst thing, and the Spanish commentators are actually way better. They were super into it, and so and they yeah, it was great. It's fantastic. No notes, 3-0. I don't know how it could get any better. And they are the ones who were really, from what it sounded like, were very upset with Suarez. Because they were national people. They were not Seattle people. They were a national Spanish broadcast. And they saw the spit first. And I remember rewinding it. I was like, did he just spit? And the Spanish broadcasts were very at it. Like, I watched the English one later, and they didn't say a whole lot, but the Spanish ones were like right on it. They were like, absolutely not. So, yeah, Suarez sucks. Yeah, yeah. Great game. Suarez sucks.
Kevin, did you have a chance to watch the Seattle Sounders?
I unfortunately have not, sadly.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll talk about a football you do know a thing or two about, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. That's right. The season gets started on Sunday for the Seahawks. The season actually starts on Thursday. Quite ready for some football. But let's talk about some news prior to getting into our NFL predictions as we do every year. I'm sad JT is not here. JT underscore the ginger. Follow him on Twitter. But let's talk a little bit about some of the news that happened since our last podcast last week. So the Seahawks released Shaq Griffin and then signed him to the practice squad later. They claimed cornerback Darian Kendrick off of waivers from the Los Angeles Rams, and then they signed linebacker Chaz Surratt. I have no idea if I said that right. I'm sorry, Chaz. And then they waived safety DeAnthony Bell to make room for this move. Um, Sean, I'm going to throw it to you first. Were you surprised by this move of Shaq Griffin? And do these moves mean anything to you at all?
Um, I wouldn't say it's shocked. I mean, we always thought he was going to be the last corner on the depth chart, anyways. So, no, and he's on the practice squad, anyways. It sounds like Seattle's like kind of his home now. Um, I don't mind any of these moves because I feel like if they trust enough for a corner, again, it's your last corner, anyways. If they're getting either Shaq or Kendrick are getting a lot of playing time, something probably pretty bad happened. So, but like, I trust them to make their depth moves, and they actually, from a place of I want to say strength or something like that, cut a safety and then got a linebacker, which we've been asking for. Someone actually plays linebacker, so they went that route. So no, I don't hate either's moves, but again, I don't think you're making any day waiver signs. I don't think they should change your outlook on the team much because again, they're 53rd and 52nd roster spots. So, but yeah.
Kevin, any thoughts on these moves?
Honestly, no. I mean, was I a little surprised about Shaq? Yeah. Just because like veteran presence in that corner room would have been nice. But I mean, he's still on the practice squad, so technically the veteran presence is still in there, like during meetings and stuff along that line. But you give a younger kid a shot at, backup. But like I said, hopefully we never see either of them. That's kind of the best case scenario. is that we just don't see either of them, other than like you may see the younger kid like more on special
Kickoff and
teams.
stuff like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
In which you would rather have the younger player probably on special
yeah.
teams just because of the athleticism and speed versus, Shaq's older and yeah. So, um, all in all, I'm okay with it. I'm not like upset or anything, and yet you got him back on the practice squad still in you. So I don't see it much of as a crazy move or anything along that line.
Yeah, I think I'm in alignment with both of you. I was a little shocked, especially since they kept him, that they, were so quick to claim this player off waivers, Darian Kendrick. But overall, like you guys said, these are later roster spots, so I don't really think any of these guys are going to see a whole lot of playing time. But they might. So this could be depth in case things happen in front of them. So I don't think they'll play much, but if they do end up playing, we'll see if they made the right moves. Let's talk a little bit about jerseys. No, this is not the normal jerseys. It's not the throwback ones we all love. This is the NFL rivalry uniforms. And I'll share my screen here so you can see what they look like. I didn't read anything about why the NFL did this. I have no idea, man. Maybe it's I don't know. But when you look at these uniforms, they're fine. They're fine. This is kind of cool with the 12s as part of but you're never gonna see that on that's just, close up on a picture. And the helmets are fine, like they're fine. And uh, after I was at training when they would first announced this, but then as I got home and I actually like looked at them, I'm like, oh, this looks very Oregon, like very
Yeah.
Oregon. Um, so it's a little weird, and it's obviously Nike. They're a Northwest company, so it's not entirely surprising that this design looks like that, I guess. But maybe a little bit too Oregon. But overall, it's one game, so it's kind of whatever. Use the throwbacks more. Kevin, you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I saw Oregon Ducks essentially
Yeah.
the when I first saw it. Um, they're okay. Like I mean, do I want to buy one? No. I thought there were other teams that got way better like rival jerseys, like the Bills one looks sick. I like the Dolphins one a lot too. Um, I mean, I do like the green color. I think it's better than the action green that we have. So if like I had to get one or that or the action green, I probably would get that one because I'm just not a fan of the action green. But at the same time, too, I'd rather get like last year's throwbacks over this, or even like the Wolf Grays. But I don't know. I think it was kind of a lazy design. Like I think they could have got way more creative with it, and it's just they just kind of essentially replicated the Oregon Ducks jersey and put it on a Seahawk. Like so versus like you see the other one, there's other designs that look way better on other teams. So yeah.
I mean, Kevin, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'd take the action grid over this. I think I would take the action. Like this is like it's it's fine, but I think the action green is at least a little more unique than this. Sean, what do you think?
Okay, so I'll be the arbiter here. So you both are right. Um, this is boring, and it is Oregon Ducks. Someone called it the Oregon Ducks and Jets, which is I agree. Matthew, to your point, though, it is Northwest. You're like, oh, but the Ducks. The Ducks have a Guinness Book of World Records for 220 jersey combinations. So Oregon can make up a, like if they anyone can make a New Jersey, it's literally them, and they chose one that already exists, basically. So it sucks. Like it sucks in like the terms of like, does the jersey itself suck that much? Not really, but it's just lazy because again, it's like the Oregon Ducks, and so I'm like, we have so many good jerseys. The Sounders have all those good alternatives. The Seahawks, the Mariners have all those cool things, and this just felt like it was kind of just a blat. Like they just kind of like put something out. Kevin's correct. This is one of the worst ones that they have. The Bills one's way better. The Arizona one's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Like the Seahawks just kind of it doesn't. And to Kevin's point, just have another day of retros. This is not good. Have another day of just retros. Like that's all I want. Um, and if you see it too, like I don't know what these are, but like if you see it on the actual retail, it actually looks way worse. Evan Hill showed a picture because he was the first one I saw that was like, this is what it actually looks like when you try to buy it. It looks really bad. And on the website, and you know how they show the pictures of what it looks like. It just looks even worse. I'll say the helmet is the coolest part, and that's really cool. The jersey itself, the green parts, you know, the where it's all little 12s, but you're never gonna see it, so it doesn't matter. But the jersey itself, they're just not very good in the fact that it's just like it's a safe thing. They just they didn't do anything with it. They're just like, let's just be safe. Yeah, if I glance at that, Matthew, that's the Oregon Ducks. Like just
Yeah.
glancing, rolled it. I'm like, well, then what are we doing? That's not even the Seahawks. You, if anyone sees your jersey and immediately thinks of another team, you did a bad job. Now I came online and everyone thought that like I thought a Seahawks member had died. That Seahawks fans are so mad about it, and I'm like, guys, it's one game. Like, who cares? In the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things. But I will say, Matthew, the action green are unique, but Kevin's correct. They suck. Like, they suck.
I'm not saying they're good, but I'd take an action green
No,
over this. I would
they
take an
suck.
action green over
So I'd
this.
have this, but they just suck. I think these might look cool, you know, Sunday night, Monday night, but like or cooler because the helmet is really I think the cool part of it, the green, slight green to it, because that's pretty unique.
I like
But
them.
like it's just yeah, it's
Wait,
not.
go back to the older other picture, the one you were just on.
Oh.
Oh, it's Oakley. Okay, sorry, I saw an O and I'm like, is that the Oregon Duck logo?
Oh.
Really?
Wait, yeah. No,
I
that'd be
mean, it
ultimate
kind
lazy.
of
They
is.
just
It
give him
kind
an
of
Oregon
is.
Duck helmet.
Yeah.
No, Kevin's correct though. The action greens suck. Kevin, I will say I don't like the Wolf Grays that much either. Just
Yeah.
do a retro one. Just like
Oh
you
yeah,
said,
the
do
Seahawks
the retro one.
throwbacks were the best.
Yeah, and they still have them, but just do another game of them. Like do your home, away, and the retros. We don't have to we don't have to overthink this and sell these jerseys because it's clearly just a reason to sell more jerseys. I don't know if anyone's going
Well,
to buy these
let me
jerseys.
let me throw out one more thing. What if they brought you got the retro, the old school, the retro. But what if they brought back the uh 2000 to like 2008 jerseys? What if they brought
No,
those back? No?
the worst color, the worst jerseys were that and the white bottoms, like the blue top and white bottoms. If you remember the year those Seahawks went to the Super Bowl, they did that week one against the Jags, and I every time I see that highlight, I'm like, this is awful. Like I just because it was either great as a full combo, but not like split like that because it's super white and super dark blue, and I'm like, this is just not working. It's just not working. The slightly more angry Seahawk, no, no.
Yeah, that was gross. Whereas the front angle of his face.
Yeah, no, no. It looks kind of frumpy. I just don't like.
No, take Matt Hasselback out of the equation, okay?
No. It Matt Crazy Legs is goaded, but no, it's just like it's just a frumpy. Like, look at the blue with the sleeves down there with the Sean Alexander and Matt Hasselback. That's awful.
Yeah.
Like, that's just awful. Like that. That's
Yeah,
just. I
it's
mean,
gross.
clearly the blue is better, but it's not like an amazing jersey. Like,
What about this?
no,
No.
no, that's awful as well.
At least their
Like,
current color combination.
yeah, well, no, that's old
It's not these
because
two?
no, they don't have wolf grays right now
Oh, they
because
don't have
that's the
both. Okay.
retros now.
Okay.
Yes,
Gotcha.
they have three colors, and now they have this throwback one. So yes, do your. I love their current jersey setup. The three they had, their current homes and their current aways are fantastic, and the retros are amazing. Like people on the comments, if you go to any national comments, are pissed because like the Seahawks have like the best. Like everyone's like the Seahawks are the best outfits or uniforms, bar none, NFL. And they're like, why did the Seahawks get a shitty? Everyone's like, oh, they had to get a shitty one because the other ones are so good. Yeah, that. What are we doing? Like, look at those. Like,
Just one game. I'll take this over the rivalry jersey, actually. I will.
well, yeah, I just want to see it. Like,
Yeah.
go crazy. Go like top blue and bottom
Yeah.
green.
There you go. Okay,
Like,
yeah.
like,
Yeah. Like let's make it
action
fluorescent.
green.
Yeah.
Action green. Like, just go crazy like with it if you're gonna go crazy. Just make it awful to watch. Like, and that's what teams need to do that are just really bad. Just make your jersey so bad because it just be at least be something crazy to watch.
God, look
And
at that action
eliminate
green. Look at it. It's so green.
anything yellow for the love of God. Because every time I thought there was a flag. Like with someone, Justin Jefferson, I love you as a player, but if your gloves are yellow one more goddamn time, I'm gonna lose my mind. Because every snap he's like jets into a thing. I'm like, is there a flag? No, there's no flag. Like it's just his damn gloves every time. So yeah, stop with the freaking yellow gloves.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it's that time of year once again where we predict the NFL season. First, let us start with the Seahawks win-loss. They're finishing the division, and do they make the playoffs? Who wants to go
You go first.
first?
You go first, Matt.
All right. I believe that the Seahawks will go 10-7. They will win the division, and they will make the playoffs because of winning the division. Kevin?
Um, I had to really think about this one. I I think I think the record's probably I'm gonna say 11-6. And the only reason, and I'll get into that for a while, do they win the division? I'm not sure. I think they either tie or it'll be close for Rams. Um, the reason I say that is because the NFC West plays the two worst divisions this year.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, what do we split? Essentially, it's like it's going to be so important the division games this year, like just because most of the divisions should win the outside of it, you know, other than the random rotate, of what we have, which I can't remember who we have.
Oh, we get the Steelers.
We should, yeah, we should win that.
Our random game is the Steelers.
Yeah. Well, and then we have one in the NFC too.
No, you have your six, and then you have one division each, and then you have one random.
I thought they made it.
Because there's an odd number. There's 17 games.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should win that.
Oh, I know what you're saying, Kevin. No, we play the other division, and then we play the second team in the other division because you get your
Yeah.
second. You get your second, so you get the second division of the North and the East, right? Is that the
Yeah.
Vikings and the Commanders who got second in their divisions? Yeah, you get your division 6 games, other division 4 games. That's 10. Other division 14. You get one random 15, and then you get the other two second place teams.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
NFC. Yeah.
So we play them. Yeah, because we play the Commanders week 9, and then we play. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Vikings are down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I agree with you, Kevin. I think 11 because
Yeah.
of the schedule. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the good news is that because the Rams will probably have to play better teams.
Yeah, they'll have to play the Eagles and the Lions, right? The Lions won the division. Yeah.
And then they'll have to play the Ravens.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it will be close. Like I said, it's gonna be us and them. And but that's all we were asking. We were just doing Seahawks record, right?
And then you said
Yeah.
finish in division, so
Oh, yeah, like I said, I'll say tie.
but who gets the tiebreaker? Because this happened last year.
I'm gonna say us.
Okay.
I think God, it's so tough.
I assume 11 wins, we make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think. Oh, damn. I think we get there. Though I don't know, we barely beat them with backups last year in week 17.
Okay, I'll go. I'll go while you think, Kevin. So I agree with Kevin. We win 11 games based solely off record. We're a 500 team talent wise, but I mean, you can play both Souths. It's going to bump you up. That's just the nature of the beast. Which I'm not sad about. I think we finish second to the 49ers. They're healthy, and they play the Bears, the Browns, and the Giants are their 3 games, Kevin. So,
True. But they're healthy?
what?
They're healthy?
They are right now, other than Ayuk, I guess.
Other than their entire wide receiver room. And
Plus, they lost a lot on defense, too,
yeah.
in the
Well,
offseason.
we'll get. I guess we'll get it. So, Sean,
Well, yeah, they're
segue
still
into the
crazy.
NFC West Division finish. Give me your order.
And they're still good. They're still good, I will admit, yeah.
We did this rigmarole the last couple of years. Remember they had all those ACL tears, and then they came back and dominated and went to Super Bowl. I don't know if they're that good anymore, but with a healthy Christian McCaffrey, healthy O line, other than Ayuk on the playing like healthy Brock Purdy, they're gonna be a good team, and they're gonna benefit from those three easy games. Like they're much easier than our three games. Like clearly, like Browns, Giants, and I can't remember the last one now. Browns, Giants, and Bears. Like it's like those are three layups if they're just healthy. But health is a concern. So and my only question that is too is the Rams finished third because I don't think the Rams, to Kevin, to your point, very good. I just if you told me Matthew Stafford is healthy for 17 games, I would probably say they win the division. But he's 38 and already has a back injury. I trust me, I have Puka in my fantasy team, and in the other league I have Devontae. If healthy, like it's gangbusters. I don't know if I trust Matthew Stafford's back for 17 games. No, he'll be healthy enough probably to win games, win 10 games, and get to the playoffs. Because again, I think this NFC West is going to be very tough because, like Kevin's point, we have 8 games with bad teams locked in. Like you play both Souths, and it's all 4 NFC West teams are on paper better than all of those teams. Even the Cardinals, they're much better than they have been recently, and they should be almost sweep those teams. So it's going to be very tough to win this division. So I think it goes 12, 11, and 10. Those are the top 3 teams in this division. Like in that, like it's one game, or to Kevin's point, might be tied, but I think that's how it goes. 12, 12, 11, 10. And I think the Cardinals are like 9, maybe 8, but just because someone has to lose. I think they're just going to get beat up the most by the other 3 teams. Because I feel like Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, studs, and our guy is a stud on one side of the ball, and the Cardinals just don't have that on their side. Like they don't have I'm a defensive stopper coach, I'm an offensive guy stud. They don't have one of those, and that's kind of the difference. And their talent is still getting there. They're not there yet, but they got to build up. So I think that's where they fall a little short. So I have that 4 in that order, but I could easily see Kevin's point of like if the Rams are healthy and you told me Stafford played, they could easily be number 1. And I think the 3 of us, the other 3 teams, could really shake up a ball and whoever comes out of any order. If they're healthy and if our O line's healthy, there's big questions on each of these 3 teams, but I think if most of the time it works out where health is not a factor, you shake up the ball and any of the 3 teams can roll out any way you want, really. There's not much separating them anymore. Because to Kevin's point, the 49ers, if like this was a couple years ago and they're healthy, they were in a class of their own. If they were healthy, they would have ran away with this thing. But they're not. So they're coming back to the pack. I still think they have enough talent to really make a run at this. This is to say they win the NFC West. Are they Super Bowl contenders anymore? I don't know. I think they've maybe fallen off of that tier, but they're still very good when healthy.
I'll go next, Kevin. I believe I'm
Are you
actually
picking the Cardinals again? Are you picking the Cardinals?
No.
One more
I
time?
already picked the Seahawks to win the division,
Okay.
but I am taking the Cardinals second. So
You
I'm
just
taking the
gotta
Cardinals.
get.
No. This is it. This is it because Kyler has to prove it at this point.
Kevin, how many
And
years is this? Is this 4 years? We said this is it.
I think this is every podcast. Yeah, this is every podcast. I was right once, and we got pooped on in the playoffs. But
They didn't even win the division though. You were still wrong that year. They were the wild card. They didn't win the division. Anyways,
I am sticking to my principles here, whatever principles those are, and I am taking the Cardinals. And I think the Seahawks and the Cardinals will each have 10 wins, and the Seahawks win on a tiebreaker this time. I think this division is going to be very, very close throughout the season. I don't think it's going to be 12, 11, 10. I think they're going to be slightly disappointing. They'll lose a game here or there that they should win against a cushy outside of the division opponent. I don't think that they're going to get to the 12 win point any team. I can see 11, but I don't think any of them get to 12. And then I have the Rams in third and the 49ers in fourth. I don't think the 49ers, especially with all their departures, are it anymore. I think they are a good team, and I think they will go as far as Christian McCaffrey takes them. But much like Matthew Stafford, McCaffrey isn't always the healthiest guy. Does he stay healthy the entire
They
season?
also got
just-
Brian Robinson too.
I'm not really worried about
my
Brian
question
Robinson
though
too
is Matthew,
much, but
when the best team you play for an entire year by your division is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's it.
I recognize what you're saying, but I think there will be some disappointments in there. Like, I think that
Every team
these
gets got, but like they're gonna lose the games to the Giants and the Falcons
we
like
did
multiple
last
times.
year,
But
didn't
like
we?
we did, not
Exactly. So
them. Like when
that's
they're
what I'm
healthy,
saying.
they
That's what
haven't.
I'm saying. Like, there will be a couple games that allegedly we should win. That every team in the West.
Yes, yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
But I'm just saying, like, if healthy in the past couple of years, 49ers, they would be favored in literally every game. And it would take, like, to your point, they'd have to like have a fluke up game 8 times, seven times.
I think that the Brock Purdy signing will be the mistake that we all or that a
Yeah,
lot of us believe it will
it
be
it will
this
be.
year. Um,
Well, it will be, but not
this
this year
year.
because the money isn't the issue yet. The money
Uh,
will be in a couple of years.
well, no. I'm not saying. I'm saying they are going to look at this investment and go, "Why did we pay for this guy?" I don't think it's going to go well at quarterback. I think it goes as far as Christian McCaffrey takes them, and Christian can only do so much. I don't think Brock Purdy is going to have a great year, and I think he's going to be the player that a lot of us believe that he is, which is a solid game manager, but the talent around him is not what it has been, and I think that will show this year very much. Brandon Ayuk is not coming back for a while. Debo's gone. George Kittle still good. Christian still good. Offensive line solid, but I think the cracks will show. I think the cracks will show this year. So that's my division finish. Kevin, what do you got?
Oh, yeah, like I said, Seahawks and then Rams and then 49ers and then Cardinals.
All right. But mine is like 10 wins, 9 wins, 8 wins. There's not going to be a lot of separate. I'm with you on that, Sean. I think it's a little lower though.
11-11, 9-8.
Okay. All right. Who wants playoff teams? Kevin, you want to start it off?
Sure. So I guess yeah, us technically tiebreaker. The North, I think the North is still the Lions to lose, even though they did lose what's his name? Ben. Um, that team is still very talented. I don't think they're going to be as good as what they once were, but I think they're still a good 10 to 12 win team. Um, and Dan Campbell has kind of proven that he's a solid coach. I don't think Dan Campbell is like a crazy fantastic coach, but I think he's a solid coach. And I think they're just going to use what they learned from Ben and just kind of keep regurgitating it and add a little spice of whoever the hell took over for his place. The East will probably go to Philly. I just don't see any other teams really. Well, actually, no, the Commanders possibly. Oh, they added Debo Samuel. Ooh, that's really, yeah. I think it's still gonna be close. But I mean, they might have a little bit of a back and forth with the Commanders. The South, it probably will be the Bucks, just because their offense is good enough to get things done. Falcons may surprise people if Penix can actually figure it out because they got weapons there and they have been drafting decently. I think they'll surprise and turn a little bit of heads. Um, and then for the AFC, for the North, I'd still the Ravens so lose. I know people are on the Joe Burrow. Like, I think Joe Burrow and them will be better, but I like the Ravens are just really good. The East goes to the Bills, until it's proven otherwise. South will probably be
Do all the
Houston.
wild cards in the NFC?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll get back to that here in a second. South will be the Texans. The West is interesting. I still think it probably will be the Chiefs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers did because the Chargers do have a lot of talent. It's just they can't stay freaking healthy. So they could have a neck and neck with the Chargers, and then yeah. So wild cards out of the NFC, I think the Packers are good enough to make it there, especially now that they even went and got what's his name and paid him a butt ton of money. He does add a good amount. Now, is he enough to like make that defense crazy better? No, but he does make it better. And their defense was actually already it was a top 10 defense last year, anywho. And you just added that. So it's just going to really depend on Love and if he can stay healthy and just bounce, that run game is really good. Uh, the Rams and probably Washington. Yeah. And then for the AFC, if it will be the Chargers or the Chiefs, whoever doesn't make it. The Bengals. Oh God. Probably say Denver.
You say Denver? You just
Yeah, I don't think the Pats. A lot of people are putting the Pats way higher than where they should be. I don't think the Pats are going to get there yet. They still have a
oh
lot of things to go. Yeah, I'll
oh
say
god.
Denver.
Oh god, no. Pat's nowhere near.
Yeah,
Nowhere.
no, there's a lot of people that like think the Pats will be like. I'm
No.
like, no.
No.
If anybody out of that division is going to be anything, it may be like it'd probably be Miami. If Tua can stay healthy and they brought back a fresh off of a year off Waller as your tight
He's
end.
he's toast. He's toast. It's not. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you got it right the first time.
But
Yeah.
so yeah, those are mine.
Sean.
Okay, I have the NFC winners, the Eagles, um, the 49ers, and then the Bucks in the South. Um, I'm going to go Packers win the North. I just think we can get into the future value of Micah Parsons, but as a player right now, as it stands, like he's very, very good. Those first round picks will suck for the Packers not to have in a couple years, but we're not asking in a couple years. Right now, he's a stud, he's a dude, and he's super young still. So the Lions are great, but they got a little worse with talent. They got a lot worse with coaching. I just think that the Packers just made a game changing move and got a dude. And to Kevin's point, if Love is healthy, we're gonna assume health here because like you can say that about every team
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Love if healthy and the addition of Micah Parsons, they're just more talented than the Lions, I think, at this point now. Like they got a first round wide receiver now. Their offensive line's really good. The Lions' offensive line isn't as good as it used to be in the past, and Kevin's point, the running games for both teams are really good, but just I think, man, he's just such a dude. Like he is like I mean top five defensive player in football, like all positions probably. Like so like it's just such a huge like momentum shift talent wise because he's gonna make everybody like so much better around there. So they already were not a bad defense across the board. So I just think that that's huge. So the Packers I think leapfrog them. So that's the four division winners. With that said, the number one wild card is the Lions. They're still good. This is unfortunately the start of the down, but they are still good right now. And then I say the Seahawks get in as well with their 11 wins. Should be because that'd be crazy if they don't. And then I got one more. That's tough. I think the Commanders get way worse. Well, not way worse, but they'll be worse. They'll have less luck than they did last year, and that's fine. Their defense is garbage, and they'll kind of I think it'll catch up to them a little bit this year. Um, do I go Rams or Vikings? If I'm going to assume health, I'm going to say Rams. My heart says they won't be healthy, so it will be the Vikings. But I'll officially say the Vikings. I'll say the Vikings because me baking it in, I say I've implied that the Rams won't stay healthy, and that's why they'll finish third. And so if I have to say that, then that's why I think Minnesota will be more healthy and their third will be better, just because JJ McCarthy doesn't have to be a superstar. He's throwing to Justin Jefferson and Addison when he comes back, and Hawkinson, and he has Kevin O'Connell, and a much vamped up offensive line for the Vikings. Like that's still a juggernaut of an offensive. Like he just don't screw it up. Like literally be Brock Purdy, even let worse than Brock Purdy. Just we watched Sam Darnold get a deal with us because he threw Hail Marys to Justin Jefferson last year. So let's just do the thing. Can you be Sam Darnold? I think he can be close. So I trust it. They'll win a bunch of games, double digits for sure. So they're just that good. And then AFC, Kansas City, Houston, Ravens, and Bills. Let's not overthink it. Those three, they're studs. Kevin, your point was correct with the Chargers, but losing their left tackle is a huge blow. And already they had a nice right tackle they drafted, Joe Alt, and he could switch over there. But it does now. You have to then play a third stringer as your right tackle now, and it just that's a thing. I will say this will be a hot take for later, but Matthew kind of already bet on it. I already said this on the other podcast with JT. Hampton is the rookie of the year over Genty, the offensive rookie of the year. I really liked him coming out, and Jim Harbaugh's going to run it down the throat, and he's just going to feed the kid. And so, man, I really like the Chargers. Kevin knows that. I like Herbert as well. They have Keenan Allen who's going to catch some passes, and Lad McConkey. Actually, really like Lad McConkey, but it's Lad McConkey and Keenan Allen. Now, that is a massive upgrade of where they started last year, because look at who caught passes from Justin Herbert last year, because my God, give that man anybody. So I actually really like the Keenan Allen signing because he's an NFL receiver. So I will say Chargers make it. I will say the Bengals make it. And I got one more. I like the Broncos defense is super, super nice. They will not catch the breaks they caught last year with health, regression from Bo Nix, because they have to throw it downfield. He's just not going to line up and throw screens over and over anymore. Defenses are going to make him throw it downfield. He has yet to show he can do that at college or pros. So I think regression's there. And just defenses ebb and flow. They have such a great defense last year. It will just statistically get a little worse now. So I think, do I say Pittsburgh again? I think Pittsburgh just goes to the fucking playoffs again. Sorry, I swore. I don't know. I don't know how they keep doing it. They're just going to do it again. Damn it.
Do we have time for a commercial break, or are we done after this? Just a quick ask of Kevin if I need to roll through this.
The boys are gonna go.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
See you.
Well, I'm gonna roll through it real fast without Kevin. On
Okay.
me, NFC, Philly, Detroit, Atlanta, Seattle, Arizona, Green Bay, and Chicago. AFC, Buffalo, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Denver, Cincinnati, Vegas, and Kansas City.
You Kansas City as a wild card?
I do. As the conference championships, Detroit over Philly, Buffalo over Baltimore, and I believe that Buffalo gets over the hump and beats Detroit in the Super Bowl.
That Super
John?
Bowl will never be allowed to happen. That can't happen, and it won't. It almost happened a couple years ago, and they both lost. Man, Philly's the best team still. I got to go with Philly. Right now, I have to think about more repeat of last year. Boom, there you go. Super boring.